Here we go. Here we go. We're off and running. Okay. Give me 1 second. All righty. Let's give everybody a second to file in here. Not a lot to talk about today, right? Not much going on. Thursday, January the 7th. As you can see, not a slow news day. Not a slow news day. Not a slow news day at all. Okay. Like I said, we'll give everybody a second to file in. I'll go ahead and put the phone number. I might have to limit the calls today, honestly. Phil, what's up, man? Phil, when you're in here late, that's how you know it's lit because there's so many people in here. That's how you know. So. Make sure we got this puppy right. There we go. Okay. Yes, sir. Make sure we get the shirt in there. All right. So, like I said, you can see behind me, not a slow news day. Not a slow news day at all. We got a lot to get into. Shit has officially hit the fan. We all know what's going on. Mike Bobo, Will Friend, Derek Mason are all headed to Auburn. South Carolina now doesn't have an OC, doesn't have a DC, doesn't have a strength and conditioning coach. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Again, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. I will go ahead and open up the phone lines. Phone lines are open, taking your calls. Eric Fryer, I let Sling Blade get away. Is he going to give me an exit interview? I do not know. Hopefully he does. Yeah, things are happening. Shit has officially hit the fan. If you just called in, I don't know why I missed it. Please call back in. Yeah, shit's hit the fan. I don't even know where to begin. I really don't know where to begin. So let's go ahead and jump to the phone line. That's a good place to start. Hey, Phil, what's going on, bud?
Hey, I'm not doing too good. How about you?
I mean, I'm just hanging out. Just, normal Thursday, nothing crazy. No, it's been a fun day already for sure. What's on your mind, man? I'm sure a lot, but yeah.
Boy, I am angry.
You're angry.
Angry.
Are you angry at Bobo or Carolina or what? Where? Go ahead. Just take the floor. What's going on?
I'm angry at Bobo, but it's a good thing that you didn't make those Sling Blade shirts after all, huh?
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
So here's the thing is you better start believing in football disasters because you're in one right now. All of us as Carolina fans are. Can Shane pull a rabbit out of his ass to save this at this point? This is a disaster. Bobo leaving with his offensive line coach. We don't have a DC, by the way. And we're less than a month away from signing day.
Right, that's correct. Yeah.
Are you and I going to have to apply for the recruiting jobs? I need to know where I need to submit my resume. I've never been a football coach or never played a snap ever, but I think you might have to consider my resume at this point.
What's kind of funny to me is how people are freaking out about Bobo. And I think it's more so because we just don't have a staff at this point. But looking at the funny side of it, I'm like, bro, I thought everybody hated Bobo. Like, y'all are really that upset? Everybody hated the guy. And he's gone now. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like, I'd rather laugh than cry at this point. So that's sort of the angle I'm taking.
Right, exactly. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, there was 70% of the fan base was like, this guy's trash. Why are we keeping him on staff? Well, right. Auburn wanted him. So
Auburn paid him $2 million. That's how bad they wanted him.
Jesus. Let me tell you something. He's going to have a hard time there with those fans. Here's the thing is if they win 7 or 8 wins, if they get 7 or 8 wins and his offense plays like dirt, they're going to show up with a guillotine at his doorstep. The expectations there is completely different than Carolina. And if he this year had stayed and we had gotten 6 wins and his offense looked halfway effective,
right,
then he would have been considered a genius and could leave and go get a head coaching job next year somewhere else. Right. So good luck, Bobo. You've made your you've laid in your bed, so you're going to have to sleep there now. And it's full of bed bugs, Jack.
Yeah.
So good luck with that.
And not only all the points you made, but also the Hilinski thing. Then you sprinkle that on top for good measure. So yeah.
Right.
A man's word is not worth what it used to be, I guess, man. That's really all I can say to it. I mean, it's a business. I get it. And he's taking $2 million over 1.2, but man, it's just really a shady thing to sign sign off with the board of trustees and less than a week later take another job. That's a pretty scumbag move. So I don't know. He don't care. He don't care what we think, but whatever. It's just not a good look. Not a good look. I don't know how can you sit in a kid's living room and tell them about honor and commitment and loyalty when, you obviously didn't do the same thing. So, whatever. I don't know.
I can imagine Muschamp on his island right now looking at his bank account on his phone and then turning on the news and seeing this and just laughing his butt off.
Right. Well, and what's the events that have transpired today is one of the main reasons you'll remember when Muschamp was fired. I said that I would personally gut the entire program. Like, all due respect to everybody in the building, and I'm not wishing for these people to be unemployed, not have jobs, but just from the sense of starting anew and changing the program and really changing the culture. Anybody that ever shook hands with Muschamp, I would get out of the building. Any of them, all of them. And I guess this is kind of an example why. You know what I mean? Because that was very Muschamp-ish what Mike Bobo did.
Yeah.
Very chasing the bag. That is very Muschamp-ish. You know what I mean? So are we really surprised? I just, I'm not really shocked. So I don't know where, I don't know where Beamer goes from here, bro. Listen, I'm behind Beamer 100%. I'm on the Shane train, but okay. You start workings Monday and you don't have a coaching staff. So you got to figure it out quick.
It's a disaster. So, Shane is really going to get his money. Really going to have to earn his money right now. And
how about this being your first ever head coaching job? How about this being your introduction to it? I mean, really,
man, he's having to put out all kind of fires right now. Hopefully this comes together. I believe in the guy, but geez, this is a tall task, my friend. I don't think he's going to hire you and me. So he better get out he better find somebody quick.
Dude, after the way I played NCAA the night, I shouldn't be able to touch a playbook. So no, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna let the experts. I'll let the experts handle it. So, but I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Dude, at this point, I'm all for just going to hire former Gamecock. Screw it. Just go get Travell Wharton, Cedric Williams, Nashawn Goddard to be offensive line coach. Go let Garcia call plays for all I care at this point. I really don't give a damn. Just get people in there that want to be there, and we'll go from there. So I don't know.
After a touchdown, we'll chuck some Busch Lights on the sideline.
Dude, shotguns for everybody. Let's do it.
All right, man. Go Cock.
All right. Appreciate it, Phil. Thanks. Okay, good stuff. 843-790-3377, guys. If you do want to call in, somebody tried to call earlier, and we missed it because we're on the phone with Phil. So please call back in. We got a couple of texts here. You can text the number, by the way, 843-790-3377. Somebody said, so Derek Mason for sure is going to Auburn. Yeah, that's confirmed. He's gone. I was a huge Garrett Riley fan when the OC search first started. Thoughts on that still being an option, or if he still even considered leaving SMU? I think at this point, if he wasn't going to leave SMU before, I don't know why he'd leave now. Somebody says Tom Herman's available. Hey, I mean, I'm not opposed. Whatever. Screw it. Just you got to get coaches in here at this point. Yeah. Anyways, again, taking your questions. Like I just said on the phone call too. What we've seen transpire this morning is why I said you needed to clean house and gut and that was just me that was just my preference. That's what I would have done. Now, again, I totally trust Shane Beamer, and he interviewed a guy like Mike Bobo, at least as far as we know. He felt like Mike Bobo was the best possible option, and, he spoke very highly of him. I'm not going to question him, but personally, I would have gutted the program. Yo, Plums, what's up, man? Slow news day today, eh?
2 days in a row, man. That feels special.
Yeah. So much for talking about basketball today, right?
Man, dude.
Let's give a quick shout out, by the way, to Gamecocks basketball. That was one hell of a win. That was one hell of a win.
Absolutely. Side note. I was going to say side note before we get into it. That was an absolutely fantastic game. I caught some of it at work.
I was so happy to be so wrong about that game. So,
well, I put my prediction in, and I was like, I think they can get close to 70. And I'm like, oh no, we're gonna drop over 70.
yeah.
Man, it bodes well for the season. If they can continue to play like that, man, they're gonna do very well this year.
For sure. I agree.
But dude, man, I posted this on Twitter not too long ago, but I despise everything to do with that entire era we just went through.
Yeah. Hey, I'm totally there with you, man. It all reeks. It all reeks, and I think we can finally. I was gonna say I think we can finally stop the debate of who left the program in worse shape, Spurrier or Muschamp. I think we can stop that debate.
Oh, dude, this is probably the worst the program's ever been left. I mean, we're talking like worse than Sparky Woods here, man. Like, come on, like this is terrible. Like, and we go back to the same thing we were talking yesterday, the culture.
Right.
This is a culture thing. What just happened today is a culture thing.
Right.
Because dude, snakes in the grass. All of the snakes.
Now, let me ask you this, because I've heard from someone else that maybe this was the plan all along. What say you to that? As in, Beamer most likely knew that Bobo was going to be courted and taken to the job. So instead of paying his buyout to leave, we're letting somebody else do it.
I mean, if that's the case, that's great.
I mean, it's a spin zone. If nothing else, it is a spin zone. It's an interesting spin zone, but
it's a unique. That's the term I'll use. It's a unique,
interesting perspective
way to go about it. Yeah. I as an OC, I wasn't completely against the Bobo staying.
Right.
We had the talent on the team to kind of run the offense he likes to run, which is ancient and old, but either way.
Right.
I still think we're going to be better off without him.
Yeah.
And it's easy to say now. I mean, because he's gone.
Well, at least I don't have to defend him anymore. I mean, whatever. One less thing I have to worry about. So,
Yeah. But man, at the end of the day, it's kind of like what we were talking about yesterday, man. Dude, we got to find people who want to be.
Right.
And it's obvious that him and friends didn't want to be here. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, it makes your money, whatever. But like, you just got hired, dude. You haven't coached once. No one. Zero. And like, I'm just gonna go over here with them. I think the worst part about this whole thing, though, honestly, like to be real, is Derek Mason.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's tough. Like, I was really hoping he'd come here because I thought that would have been a really good defensive coordinator hire.
Right.
So that to me, that's the worst part of it. Like,
yeah.
But the spin zone thing. That's interesting. It's something to think about. Whether that's any truth or not. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know, man. I think it would be freaking hilarious if we went out and got Gus Malzahn. Like,
dude, I mean, why not? Why not?
Whether or not we can pay for it,
right?
It's one thing, but I just, man,
bro, if Bobo's getting two, he's gonna want at least two. I mean, you got to think. I mean,
right?
Right.
I mean, that's the thing. It depends on what the board of trustees want to do,
right?
And whatever. But
yeah.
I mean, I just know that when we play them next year, we better drop 50.
Yeah.
I don't care how we do it. Like, I gotta go like sacrifice a goat. Whatever. Like, we better drop 50 points on them next year. Like,
yeah. No, for sure. We'll see. Well, yeah. Hey,
I don't know, man. It's crazy. But no, I know you got a bunch.
I'm about to say too as well. We just picked up a transfer from Georgia Southern, David Spalding, redshirt freshman cornerback. So let me go post about this. But yeah, that literally just happened in the last 10 minutes. So but for sure, man, I appreciate you calling in as always, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah, brother.
Thanks. Later. All right, yeah. So that just happened. So I'm literally about to post about this. Gamecocks pick up commitment from Georgia Southern. David Spalding. What are his stats? This is how it happened. This is all the okay, really didn't have hardly any stats. Okay. All right, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls. 843-790-3377. Like I said, if I don't answer your call right now, I apologize. Just posting about this transfer that just happened. Yeah, Mike Bobo's gone, though. Will Friend is gone. Derek Mason is gone. So, yeah. I mean, I don't really even know what to say, like I said. I see a lot of it. I'll address this. Is Ryan Helinski going to come back? Guys, I don't know. I still think South Carolina is going to go to an up-tempo spread offense, which doesn't fit Ryan's skill set in the slightest. So I don't think they will, but you never know. You never know. So not a slow news day. The thing is this too. I'm kind of torn on the Bobo. I don't know if torn is the right word, but here's my thing. Here's my thoughts on the Bobo thing. Again, I'm very much all we got is all we need. Bobo, he wants to chase the money, take $2 million, whatever, do it. But we shouldn't be surprised. We shouldn't be surprised keeping Muschamp people around and something like that happening. That's what I'd say. Yo, what's going on, man? How are you?
What's up, man? Spurs up.
What's up? What's up?
Hey, your show's it's picking up some steam right here, man. Pretty good show.
I appreciate it.
I'm
I
listening
appreciate
to you
it.
on YouTube, so hey, you're doing a good thing.
Nice.
But two things, and I'm not gonna keep you. First thing first, Mason.
Yeah.
Man, my thing is with that cat, I would have just offered that job to him. Either you gonna tell me yay or nay.
Yeah.
I ain't got time to chase you. I ain't got time to beg you. Either you want my job or not. I'm going down the list.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's going on behind the scene too. Whether or not
no idea.
That's a fact. That he was.
Yeah.
So you did. Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna beg you to give me my job.
Yeah.
To take my job. You know what I'm saying? All right. On the Bobo and the offensive line coach, let them go.
Right.
Let's go on. If you don't want to be at South Carolina, I'm not gonna chase you. I'm not gonna offer you more money. We're not gonna play that money game. You know what I'm saying? My opinion. Give somebody a shot that never had a shot. I'm one of those persons that never had a shot. You know what I'm saying? I used to work for a guy that didn't want to give me a shot. I'm in trucking. I own 2 trucks now because someone gave me a shot.
Right.
Someone took a chance on me and gave me a shot. Man, there's offensive coordinators all over the place. You got one down at Coastal Carolina, the guy might want a shot. You know what I'm saying? He might want a shot at the big show. I wouldn't, man, that's just my problem with chasing these guys, man. You want to be here, you don't. What do you think, man?
No, yeah. No, you make a good. No, I'm letting you go, man. You make good points. I mean, honestly, I'm letting you guys go. I'm letting you guys kind of get it out. I mean, I mean,
because I love Carolina, man. Yeah. I really do. When they hired Muschamp, and another thing, you were right. Clean house.
Yeah.
Get that out of just get rid. You were so right about that, man. You were so right about that. But my thing is, man, give somebody else a shot.
Yeah.
That probably can do a better job that can run the offense that you want.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of
I guys that don't want to be here, man.
Yeah.
No. Chasing money.
I've said it a lot, man. There's a lot of former Gamecocks out there that are coaching. They're doing a real good job that I think should get a look. That's just my opinion, but. You got guys that want to be here. They want to be here, man. I promise you. Hey, I had one on the show today, Arturo Freeman. He wants to be here. He wants to be DB coach. Like, why not? Nashawn Goddard in the chat, offensive line coach. He wants to be here. I mean, there's guys that want to be here, man. So, yeah, why not?
And you know what? Them guys like that, them cats like that, Chris, man, they'll come in and work their tail off.
Right.
You hear me?
Right. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Back where it needs to be at.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Anyway, man, hey, first time call, love your show. I'm always tuning in at 12 o'clock. I'm always tweeting at you.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Call back in anytime, man. This is good stuff. Like I said, a crazy day, obviously, but I appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, be blessed, bro.
Hey, you too, man. Thanks. Appreciate it. Awesome stuff. 843-790-3377. Somebody just texted in. Do you see a possibility of Ryan Helinski returning now that Bobo is gone, or is it a done deal? You never know. I mean, he's in the portal. He could come back if he wanted, but I don't think Ryan's going to come back without knowing who the damn OC is. I can tell you that much. So, you know, that goes for the defensive guys too. They're in the portal that haven't decided where they're going. Everybody can come back. If you're in the portal, everybody can come back. But those guys are probably not going to come back if you don't know who the OC and DC are. So, yeah, Rodney Creel, screw them off. They don't want to be here. They don't want to be here. That's kind of my take too. Whatever. Now, I will say this. Is this a bad look? Yes. This is not a great look for the home team. Do I think we'll be okay in the long run? Yes. We'll find 2 coordinators that want to be here that are quality coaches. I think we will. Like, I don't think all of a sudden we got to settle for the middle school coach. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we're going to have to settle necessarily now. But is this a bad look in the current? Yeah, kind of. Little bit. Not a great look for the home team. Yo, what's going on, man? How are you?
Yo, Chris Phillips.
What's up, man? I hear the sandstorm in the background. I hear the sandstorm in the background. Are you celebrating Bobo being gone?
Right. Yeah, fuck that dude.
Tell us how you really feel, man. I feel like you're pretty happy about Bobo getting out of town.
I don't know, man. I was kind of on board with him, but now it's fuck him. I mean, he wants to be a trader. Hey, you know what you say? All we got is all we need.
Yeah,
Damn
that's
right,
it.
Chris Phillips.
That's it, man. So
But,
Beamer will find somebody.
I got a couple. I got a couple questions.
Yeah.
And I'll hang up and let you answer. So I was wondering if you think that we're gonna lose maybe Marshawn Lloyd or I don't think Kevin Harris will leave.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm wondering who would transfer and I'm hearing Des Kitchens could possibly leave for Auburn too. So
Des Kitchens for Auburn too. Holy hell. No, I think Lloyd's here to stay, man. I heard that even before like the Bobo thing was announced. Like I heard he was coming back. So I think we'll be fine there. Obviously, I don't think Kevin Harris is going anywhere. Like I don't expect you to lose any big time offensive players because Bobo is gone. You know, I don't know. That's just, you know, I don't think you will, especially Lloyd. I don't think you're going to lose Lloyd from everything I've heard. I mean, you never know. The big question will be, does a guy like Ryan Helinski come back? I think that's what everybody wants to know because, and listen, let's just call it for what it is. They didn't get along. Ryan Helinski doesn't like Mike Bobo. The bottom line, the Helinski family doesn't like Mike Bobo. And I'm not trying to put words in their mouth, but just use context clues, right? It's a given. It's an obvious. I mean, the guy literally put out a statement about him leaving and didn't mention Mike Bobo, and that was on purpose. So call it for what it is. Does he come back? I don't know. I think it's going to depend a lot on who the next OC is, but, you know, that I think that's the big domino yet to fall, I guess. But I don't think you're going to, not that I would expect, I don't think you're going to lose anybody big on the offensive side, especially not Lloyd. Lloyd's going to stay. So,
okay. So I didn't know that there was actually a chance that Helinski comes back.
Well, he's in the portal. So the guys in the portal can do whatever they want as long as I guess the coach, Beamer wants to take them back. And if you're Beamer, why wouldn't you want to take them back? You need as many ball players you can get. So, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, especially those defensive guys. I mean, like, so if a guy like Jammy wanted to come back, it's like, you know, does it kind of leave a sour taste in our mouth that he hit the portal in the first place? I mean, maybe for some people it would, but I mean, would you prefer to have him leave or come back? I know I want him to come back. I mean, if he wants to come back, come back. We need him. So, you know, yeah, those guys all have that option though. When you're in the portal, they can do whatever. So,
okay,
yeah, they can do whatever. Yeah.
And one more thing. So I'm worried about Gunnar Stockton, and then I don't know if you saw DeCarron Joyner's story the other day. He had an Indiana shirt on. I don't know if that means anything. So
yeah, I questioned it too, and I was very quickly corrected. That had to do actually with his fraternity. It was not Founders Day, I think it was, or something. And that's where they were founded, was Indiana. So apparently that has nothing to do with anything with him leaving. So he's a Gamecock through and through. And I think maybe at this point I'm going to stop trying to speculate if he's ever going to transfer, because I guess he's just not. Whatever. Glad to hear it. As far as what was the other thing again? I just drew a blank.
Stockton.
Yeah, Stockton. So I think honestly with Stockton, do the waters get a little murky now? Sure. And a lot of it's going to depend on who your next OC is. But I really believe as long as you keep Connor Shaw around the program, which you're going to have a really good shot to land Gunnar, bro. I mean, listen, Gunner's a fan because of Connor Shaw. I mean, that bottom line. I know that Mike Bobo's like a Georgia coaching legend and, you know, he knew Bobo, but I really believe like Connor Shaw can sit down with this kid and tell him, hey, like Shane Beamer, look what he's building. He's building a good thing here. Like, you hope you get a really quality OC in there. And again, you really let Connor recruit him. I mean, that's what I would do. I mean, obviously Beamer be involved, but you let Connor recruit him. It's like, hey, man, this is still Carolina. Everything you still want here, you can get. This is why you committed here. It's all still available for you. You can still come here and be a legend. I did it. You can do it. You know what I mean? Right. So the guy literally wears 14 because Connor Shaw wore it. Like, I really believe as long as Connor's there, man, you got a damn good shot to land him. So I'm not too concerned about from that aspect. I'm really not. Like when people were saying, oh, you got to keep Muschamp on or got to keep Bobo on, like this was early in the season because of the Gunner thing. I'm like, dude, as long as Shaw is there, I don't see that. I don't see that being an issue. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Just my take.
I got you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate the call, man. Thanks. Go Cox. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, we got more text coming in. 843-790-3377. Like I said, guys, slow news day. Slow news day today. I literally woke up this morning. I'm like, clipping everything for YouTube, from our interview. I'm like, all right, just a casual Thursday morning, nothing crazy. Shit hit the fan this morning. What in the world's going on? We got 260 people in here. It's crazy. Here we go. Got a couple texts. And when you send a text, I mean, if you don't have to, but if you want to include your name, that way I know who it is sending the text in. If not, totally fine. But I just want to let you guys know all I can see is the number. So somebody said, how good will Auburn be next year with that staff? I mean, it's going to be a pretty solid staff. I don't know exactly what their team looks like, but who's your pick for OC? Bro, I wish I had a better answer for you. At this point, I have no idea. I really don't. Okay, Helinski. Players like Savell Newton have been adamant on Twitter about bringing former players as coaches. To what extent should Beamer consider these guys, and how would he pick and choose? Same topic. Who would your top 3 former player candidates be to coach on Shane's staff? Arturo Freeman for DBs. That's number 1. I said Jason Barnes for wide receivers, but you've already got Step. Offensive line coach. Cedric Williams, Nashawn Goddard, Travell Wharton. If those guys are available, you got plenty of options for O-line coach. Hey, how about OC? How about Bennett Swigert down at SC State? He's doing it. We half joke, but like Garcia coaching quarterbacks, that would be funny. I don't know that he could do it, but that'd be funny. Darian Stewart being on the defensive staff. I mean, there's plenty of options, man. There's plenty of options. And there's definitely names I'm missing. Cliff Matthews is coaching D-line, by the way, at Georgia State. Bryson Allen Williams is coaching Georgia. There's guys you could take. There's guys you could go get. Colin Hill to take Bo Nix's starting job. Yeah. So, hey, Colin Hill's probably on his way out. That's another thing. That's another factor in this. So, John Edward Kruger. Not Gamecocks news related, but according to Jeff Passan, Mets are in deep talks to acquire Francisco Lindor. How about bringing the MLB news to the Daily Crow? I appreciate that. Let's see. Somebody said, would not shock me to see Beamer walk away now. Imagine the shitstorm he was set up with by our athletic department and their cheap, poor decisions. It's not going to happen. Hi, this is Andrew. Who do you think is a possible offensive coordinator now that Bobo is going? Again, I wish I had a better answer for you, a short list. I really don't. I mean, I really don't. Ty says, Auburn's about to pay Bobo $2 million a year for an offense you could get from watching 1960s highlight films. Looks like him and Muschamp both have a knack for being able to sell horrible resumes. With the snake emoji, by the way. Very good. Very good. Again, guys, questions, comments, calls. You can text in as well, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Just trying to keep up with all the madness. Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment. All right, cool. Taking your questions, comments, calls. Let's get back to the questions here. I feel like I'm missing a lot of them. Another text. Here we go. Bedinger from Latta. Maybe the worst era in my 42 years of following the Gamecocks. Bass and Scott didn't have the media. Beamer will get it done. May take a while. Go Cox. Chris Rumph for DC. Tyler, that's not a bad move at all. I'd be happy with that. Chris Rumph will be dope. Played at South Carolina. Brian Dean says Blake Mitchell for OC. Hell yeah, why not? How about Alex McGrath? We'll throw Alex's name out there, too. I'm sure he might be interested. Thomas Walker, is it really Beamer that's dragging his feet, or do more donors and trustees have their hand in the pot trying to, quote, ensure good hires? Bro, it's all see, I'm so hesitant to address stuff like that because bro, we're all guessing. It's all a guess. I don't know. I'm not behind closed doors. So, dude, Garrett Riley for what if you ended up getting Riley after all this? It was the master plan to get Riley more money. Never know. Brandon Baker 929. Curious if Beamer is blindsided by this. It can't be too big of a shock, right? I have a hard time believing he was just completely oblivious to this. I really do. I really have a hard time believing that. Jaquan Brisbane. If Des Kitchings leaves, get Marcus Lattimore running backs coach. What a time that would be. No Gamecock fan would say no to that. Again, guys, questions, comments, calls. It is lit here on a Thursday. We got 260 people in here. We got another 30 minutes to go, too. Let's see. Tomorrow's pod is going to be lit also. Oh, my goodness. Kevin Schuler, Sling Blade can get more than biscuits with $2 million over 1.2. Yeah, I guess the biscuits and sweet tea are better in Auburn. Uh-oh. He's back. He's back.
To send a voicemail, press 2.
Sling Blade, we were all wondering whether we hear from you, man. What in the world? We just talked to you. What happened? What happened?
Well, Chris, I'll be honest with you. You and your fans have made quite a bit of sport of me. Well, Auburn said that if I came down there, I could have all the French fried taters, biscuits, and mustard that I wanted. Yep.
So I guess they got better biscuits and sweet tea in Auburn. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they do, I reckon.
Is there anything you want to say to Gamecock fans specifically? Anything you want to get out there?
I did enjoy my time here in Columbia. Yeah, I did. They got a real good hamburger with some pimento cheese on it down there around 5 Points. It's a good place. I like that.
How about the taters? Are the taters not good enough for your liking, or what? I mean, what's we're all kind of blindsided today, man. I think you can understand, right? I think a lot of Sling Blade, a lot of people are questioning your integrity a little bit, your word.
Well, like I said, Chris, they told me I could have all the biscuits and mustard that I wanted. So, yeah.
Now, hey, are you going to take Colin Hill with you? That's our question. Are you going to take Colin Hill with you?
I asked Colin if he wanted to go. He said, well, maybe. It depends. Are you going to make me walk?
Make him walk the whole trek from Columbia to Auburn. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Well, Sling Blade, are we going to be hearing from you anymore? I guess not, right? You got to call into the Auburn show. I mean, it's kind of a sad sight, man. I was really looking forward to another season of, you calling in and giving us sort of your explanations between some of your wacky play calling at times. But I guess we don't get the satisfaction of having that anymore.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, Chris, I was watching the other night when you was playing on the PlayStation. Yeah, I saw some of them plays that you was running.
Not very good. Not very good quarterback play indeed. Sling Blade, it's been an honor to chat with you, man. This has been great. It was a short-lived moment in time for us all, but one we'll never forget. Best of luck in Auburn, and hopefully we kick your ass this fall. So, all due respect.
You're a good boy, Chris. I enjoyed talking to you. I'm sure we'll talk again. So
Indeed. Sling Blade, a pleasure. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Oh God, that's it. Sling Blade. Wow. We're definitely clipping that after this for sure. Where are we at the 34-minute mark? 32, whatever. Yeah, we're clipping that. Wow. Couscous 52. Chris, what about Birch? The real guy, don't want to lose. I think Birch will be back. I think we're fine there. I think Birch will be back. Ryder Tipton, what's the status of Kevin Steele with Mason being brought into the Plains? He seemed like a popular name early on before falling off with the Coop and everyone else, with Odom seemingly staying at Arkansas, the openings at Texas, LSU, Notre Dame. Are we even in the running for him? I really don't know. I really don't know, man, to be honest with you. We got a couple texts to get into. Bednar, I already read that one. This is Ben in Greenville, South Carolina. Love the show. Appreciate you, Ben. How about Gamecocks basketball last night? What does that 30-point performance mean for AJ Lawson going forward, and who needs to step up more? Well, I mean, we all knew AJ was capable of that, I think. I mean, we all know AJ's a big-time player. Who needs to step up more? I mean, you just need to continue. It's not even like after watching that game last night, I don't know who needs to step up more. You just need consistency now. You need guys to play like that game in, game out. You know what I mean? I would say the biggest thing is continue to get big-time play from guys like Levesque and McCreary down low. That, to me, is what I want to see more of. I think your guards are going to show up. I think more often than not, you're going to get pretty solid guard play. You got 3+ really good guards. You know what I mean? So how fast do we need to move on to get the DCOC hired now? As quick as possible. I mean, if Carolina fans weren't anxious before, buddy, they're anxious now. That is for damn sure. So, God, the questions are coming in faster than I can answer them. Seventh Woods. Okay, Seventh Woods needs to step up for sure. He didn't have his best game last night. Turnovers were high. Yes, indeed. Rodney Creel, Zach Arnett from Mississippi State, definitely a possibility. Somebody says, Chris, what about Ellis Johnson? He's a little old for my liking. Little old. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. What a day. What a day it's already been. The news of, Mike Bobo, Will Friend, Derek Mason, all going to Auburn. Perry Orth saying on Twitter, I can assure you we'll be better than expected. Just watch. There is something to be said for people that are emotionally invested in whatever they're doing, whether it's sports, business, relationships. We will be fine. Go Cox. Great stuff from Perry, man. Great insight from Perry. Great insight from Perry Orth, former Gamecocks quarterback. Man, it is crazy today. Let's see. Logan Crane, Gus for OC, Steele for DC. It'd be interesting. Rhett Butler, what about Charlie Strong? I'd be down with that. I think he'd be a pretty solid DC hire. Kyle JF, Tim, we're going to lose Gunner. I don't think so. I think Connor Shaw being on campus eradicates. We'll be fine. We're going to keep him. We'll be fine. Ryan Deal, I think Trey Hannibal just missed another layup. He just needs to reel it in, man. He's got a ton of talent, just a little erratic. A lot erratic, I should say. But yeah, for sure. Again, 843-790-3377. Quick reminder, by the way, since you guys are all here, if you have not done so, check out the podcast drop this morning, episode 354. Great interview, by the way, with Arturo Freeman, former Gamecocks defensive back, legendary Gamecocks defensive back, by the way. And, of course, talked about the basketball game, everything else. Of course, tomorrow's topic of conversation will be this, a lot of this. So, appreciate you guys tuning in. Check it out, though. Check out the podcast for sure. If you're on YouTube, by the way, I need to say this more often. If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell icon so you're notified when new videos drop. I truly do appreciate that. Jay Roland Gunner was not linked to beat Bobo. I don't know why people think that. Just because he's from the state of Georgia and he was familiar with it, whatever. Yeah, I get what people were, their thought process, but as long as we have Shaw here, we're fine, which we're going to have Shaw here. So, Sydney Boy, you need to pick us to lose every time if it means we play like last night. Yeah, no, I was more than happy. Trust me. Hey, if I'm going to be up till 1 a.m. recording a podcast, let it be because we won the game. Like, please. Kevin Schuler, we need fresh blood and young, enthusiastic minds on the coaching staff. Got to be able to relate with these kids these days. I agree. Get people that want to be here too, man. If Bobo don't want to be here, fine. That's cool. Whatever. It is what it is. So, AJ Bowers, any new hats coming out soon? Any new designs for hats? New merch coming soon. So just stay tuned. Yeah, I got you on the hats, AJ. I got you. No Sling Blade merch. Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? Rodney Creel, we do need to move at a decently quick pace with these open positions. In my opinion, we need transfers, and especially at wide receiver, and we don't get those without an OC. Agree. Again, you guys want my thoughts on it. This is the nature of the business. It is a business. Is it a really slime ball move for Mike Bobo 3-4 days after getting his, what was that, Monday? Everything got approved by it was Monday, right? Got approved by the board of trustees. And then you take a job, another job. Is that a slime ball move? Yeah, a little bit. It's a shitty look. But am I surprised he took the Auburn job when they offered him $2 million versus us offering him 1.2? No. And I'm also not devastated because, I was behind Mike Bobo, and I think he did a pretty solid job at Carolina. But again, I said this when Will Muschamp got fired. Maybe cleaning house and gutting the program is the way to go. And personally, that's what I would have done when I got the job. And again, I'm not saying like I'm wishing for these people to lose their jobs. There's people that have done a good job in the program. And the people that are behind the scenes, even the support staff, the recruiting people. And they may not like hearing me say this, but I'm going to keep it a buck. If I was Beamer, anybody who ever shook hands with Will Muschamp, anybody, you're gone. You're gone. Bottom line, you're gone. We're starting anew. Anybody who got behind Will Muschamp in his tenure, you're gone. Flat out, you're gone. You can't start anew and create a new culture and keep those cancers along with you. Or it's very hard to. And listen, I'm not knocking Beamer for giving a guy like Bobo or Des Kitchings or Rocker, any of these guys the benefit of the doubt. He sat down, had a professional conversation with these guys. And he felt like, they're going to be assets to what I'm building at Carolina, right? I don't knock him for that at all. But it's just, man, things got so rotten inside. So rotten. From the head coach to the freaking trainers, I'd cut them all. I'd cut them all. I'd get rid of all of them. I'd get rid of every last one of them. So I'd get rid of every last one of them, man. And, that's what I would have done personally. That's what I would have done personally. Chandler Bryant says, bring back Brad Lawing. I had Coach Lawing on the show. I don't think Coach Lawing wants to coach. Getting kind of older. He's retired. He had some health issues going on. He's fine, but, he's just getting older. I don't think Coach Lawing, I could be wrong because I think he still loves the game of football. But if I had to guess, I don't think Coach Lawing wants to come back. That's just me. So, just my guess. I mean, I could be totally missing the mark on that, but I don't think Coach Lawing wants to come back. Personally. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. 843-790-3377. Savannah Webster, what the heck is going on? A lot. A lot. Daryl says, from Marion, love the show. Appreciate you, Daryl, always listening. Get guys that want to be here. Give them a shot. I agree. All we got's all we need. Give them a shot. Screw it. Yep. A man's, it's a lot of us were taught that the only two things you have in life are your name and your word. And Mike Bobo, questionable, very questionable. I will say this, though, man. I just have a very hard time believing that Shane Beamer just woke up today and this was just a random thing that happened. Like, you think Beamer wasn't more on top of it than that? I have a very hard time believing that was the case. I really do. I really, really do. So maybe I'm just on the Beamer train. Maybe I'm, just in Beamer I trust. But I have a very hard time. This dude was just in the dark and woke up and was like, oh, my God, Mike Bobo's going to Auburn. I can't believe it. Like, I think he probably had an idea. So the thing that's killing fans is this. We just don't have any clue. Nobody really knows what the hell is going on. Again, what's happening today, the events that are transpiring today, is the reason that I said when Will Muschamp got fired, I would personally gut the entire program. From the top, like I said, all the way to the freaking janitor. Get them all out. Get every last one of them. If you touch the program under Will Muschamp, get out. Get out. Bottom line, every one of them. Every one of them. The janitor, bro, he can have it too. He can have it too, bro. Start completely fresh. Completely anew. You can't have one cancer cell left over. Because that's at this point, man, I think we can all just agree and come to terms with that's what the Muschamp tenure was. Cancer. That just flat out cancer. Let's go back to the phone lines. Yo, what's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, man, it's going good. Good to talk to you again.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Sorry to interrupt you mid-sentence.
No, you're fine. You're fine. No, you're fine.
Well, I guess the good thing is we got a month to sit around and figure out who the next OC is. It's taking forever.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I was gonna say I expect Beamer to move quickly, but hell, I don't know what's going on. I mean, nobody knows what's going on, bro. Like I don't know.
Well, at least now, after seeing Derek Mason's going to Auburn, we can understand why he was going to Mississippi State yesterday.
Yeah.
We probably assumed he was going with them. I think Auburn's just pissed off at us that we whooped that ass, and now they're taking every possible outcome we could have had.
Well, they're going to be really upset when we whoop that ass again this fall. So,
God, I hope so. It's coming to the point now where we're really going to have to hire Dawn Staley. I know I keep saying that as a joke, but she might be the option now.
Yeah, it might, and we might really have to hire Frank Martin to coach DBs.
Hey, that man, I understand shaving your head, but he shaved his eyebrows and now he just looks like an uncircumcised one, bud. I can't stop laughing when I watch him.
Yeah, it's a strange look for sure. It's a strange look. It is a strange look.
I mean, they got the dub. We got another DB. Woohoo, we got one from Georgia Southern.
At this point, man, I need Shane Beamer to announce these coaches because we got fans like Nathan who just commented and said, at this point, cancel the upcoming season until we can find out what the heck we're doing. We got fans that need to back off the ledge a little. It's January. We're talking about canceling the season. Coach Beamer, I need you to hire some coaches so our fans don't like literally go into suicide watch.
Yeah, so. I mean, we just went 2-8. If y'all can't hold off a little bit more, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
You literally just lived the dark ages of Gamecock football. You can hold off a little longer. It's not like we're about to go compete for national championship this upcoming year, all right? No matter who we hire.
Right. Yeah. It's a good point.
But, I mean, it'd be nice to see the ball start rolling, but I mean, at the same time, you know, Berger didn't build his empire in an afternoon, and damn straight Beamer's not going to fix one before spring ball, so I don't know what everybody's expecting. I just want to enjoy these games and go back and get drunk and have a good old time and really be. I could get
here's something I'll leave you on. Just tweeted 1 minute ago. Marcus Lattimore. This is for everybody, but Marcus Lattimore. These quote coaches end quote really don't give a damn. And that's Marcus Lattimore. When you piss off Marcus Lattimore, you pissed off. Now I'm pissed off. Now we're pissed off. All right. You got to do some really messed up stuff to piss off Marcus Lattimore.
Yeah, the thing about Bobo that gets me is we literally, like, Shane Beamer bent his arm backwards trying to find Will Friend, because we all know 90% of the reason he hired Friend was for Bobo, and even gave Bobo more money after he got demoted. That's, like, unheard of. Just for him to spit in our face and call it raining and head on the other way. That's just what the hell, bro?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, we were trying to make it a good spot for you. You were the most successful with Friends, so we go and get him. And now you're like, all right, thanks for bringing him to me. Now we can pack together and go to Auburn. Like, that's a disgrace. But it is what it is. I'll let you get back to it. Enjoy looking forward to watching today's episode. And go Cox. Don't stay with DC. Keep it going.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, man, appreciate the call as always.
Yes, sir.
Thanks. Later. All right, taking your questions, comments, calls. I got about 10 minutes left, guys. 843-790-3377. 7-7, and boy, oh boy, Marcus Lattimore not holding back. Marcus Lattimore not holding back. All right, that is wow. Woo, 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 woo. Number, Richie, 843-790-3377. 843-790-3377. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make a display for these streams where the number is going to be like right here, probably right there. So like, I don't have to even post it. It'll just be right there. So, RJ, I've seen a lot of people saying bring Tannehill in for OC. You guys think he'd be interested? I know he's got his bar going in 5 points. I mean, Marcus, okay, I'll share the tweet. I'll share. You guys want to see it? I'll share the tweet. I'll share the tweet. Here we go. 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 Boom. Chrome tab. Here we go. Boom. All right. Here's Marcus Lattimore. Boom. How can I zoom in? Here we go. The GOAT has spoken, folks. The GOAT has spoken. When you piss off Marcus Lattimore, dude, you've done a lot. I mean, Marcus is a pretty like calm, collected, he's not a hot take guy. So for him to say this to me says, dude's pissed off. Dude is very pissed off. All right. Questions, comments, calls, guys, 843-790-3377. 843-790-3377. Garrett Riley. Bro, I've been wanting Garrett Riley since the jump. Eight 843-790-3377. Wish Lattimore would come back. I'd love for him to come back too. Scott Samius, Kitchen's gone. It's sounding like he might be gone too. Hell, they might all be gone. This is like the what? Dude, you literally kept them all. Now they're all going to be gone. I don't know. I don't have a clue. I don't know. Somebody just tried to call in an 843 number. Please call back in. I don't know how I missed it, but you're more than welcome to call back in. Thoughts on Jay Bateman? Bateman's not coming to Columbia, as far as I know. As far as my sources have told me, Carolina met with him. He wants to stay at UNC. He doesn't want to join a first-year staff. So, Mark Sharp, ready for new culture and complete change. Go Cox, indeed. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of you are happy Bobo's gone. Like, where are those people? I feel like those people aren't quite as out and about as they were before. I mean, I know a lot of you are ecstatic. Somebody texted in, we don't want the coaches from Muschamp's staff. Van Webster says this is unsettling. J-Rock Media, just for that this upcoming season, Doty, Harris, and Lloyd going to combine for 400-plus rushing yards on the barn. Let's see. Yeah, at the end of the day, man, just blame Muschamp. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Hey, Rich, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? Just checking it out, man. I tell you, man, we thought 21 was going to be a lot different than 2020, but it looks to be a little bit more electric than we thought, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, it's insane. I didn't expect this morning when I woke up. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, the thing that burns me and being, a guy that went to school there, played sports there, did things there, and understands a lot about, loyalty and all that. And I understand that you don't commit yourself to a coach. All right. That's the one thing that we tell athletes over Southern Sports Central is what we do down in Charleston and around the state. And we hyped on that this past weekend when we did a senior ball down here in Charleston with these kids around the state, is that, you fall in love with the university because the coaches, they're kind of like the plants, man. They'll be here today, but they may like a new plant, put a new one in tomorrow. So you just don't know what you're getting into. But for me, it was interesting that Bobo kind of said what he said, to the kids going into that after Muschamp was gone, that he took blame for what happened and he blamed the kids on the roster. And now here you go. You get the first opportunity to get up out of here after we gave you money We said, hey, we gave you a chance after basically you were fired at a place that you didn't do anything.
Right.
Let's be honest. He did a lot of great stuff at Georgia as a great quarterback. No doubt he was there for like 30 years. I felt like he was like a 20-year senior over there. But and again, I like him. But to me, it's the character. We talk about character to athletes, and when are we going to start holding some of these coaches to characters as well? Because you see the lack of a character, and like you mentioned, man, when Marcus is pissed, man, you know what? It's real.
Yeah.
And I think you nailed it with what you said there, man, because Marcus is one of the most down to earth. Let's keep it cool and collect. But for him to come out and say what he said is something that I hope that Ray Tanner hears, and I hope a lot of coaches across the country hear, not just in Columbia.
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely. Especially on social media. I mean, Marcus isn't the kind of guy to he's really not the kind of guy to stoke the fire or really have any type of comments like that. And that, to me, that says a lot. Yeah, and it definitely, it's funny, man. We see a lot of people, I'm sure you do as well, with takes on kids opting out or doing this, transferring the portal. Like, dude, you can't say anything about kids wanting to opt out. I mean, you know what I mean? Because look at these coaches. I mean, it's just you can't say anything to the kids. They're kids, and then you got these grown men that can't. Their word isn't worth nothing. It ain't worth the paper they write it on. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm not like, I don't, whatever. Mike Bobo left. He wanted to take the money and chase it. I guess I'm just not surprised. Like, I'm really just not surprised. You know what I mean? Like, once I heard that Bobo his name was coming up, I was like, you know what? It wouldn't really shock me if somebody grabbed him or if he left. But yeah, man. I mean, at this point, like I said, you got one of two options. You can either, jump off a ledge and think Beamer was a bad choice and talk to, I don't know, whatever. You can be negative, or you can trust in Beamer and say, you know what? He's the mad scientist behind all this. Because at the end of the day, we really don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We truly don't, especially in this scenario. So I'm just, you know what? I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. Obviously, this is not a great look. It's not a great look, but I think maybe we're going to come out better for it. Because you know what? If Bobo was going to get fired after this year anyways, or like let go or going to leave, it's better that it just happened now, be honest. It's just better that it happened now. So, kind of my
I agree.
take.
And my thing is that everything happens for a reason. For me, I've never been a these guys come in and they say they keep the same coaches, they do the same thing. I mean, that was one of the complaints that you were hearing early, with what the new coaching staff was doing. They were retaining a lot of guys who there were a lot of question marks in the areas that they were retaining certain guys in. So for me, if you're going to go new, let's go all new, man. Let's not just refurb the car, man, or the house or whatever. Let's go ahead and buy a whole new house. Let's go ahead and do a whole new thing and tear down what we got, because what we had wasn't working. It was interesting to me, as much as I respect the guys that opted out of bowl game in the secondary, kind of interesting that they were the ones opting out when they were half the problem that we were losing the games we were losing. So I wasn't mad for them opted out. Maybe the next guy up gives us a chance to see who's up next. So, there's always going to be some good things. And again, if you don't want to be here, and you'll hear this at your jobs, when we get older, we hear this all the time. If you don't want to be here, I don't want you here.
Right.
And that goes for the players, the coaches, anybody. If you don't want to be here, then good luck in Alabama, because that's where you're going. You might think that university is called Auburn, but everything runs through Tuscaloosa. So you're cool with going in there and playing the field you are. That's where you are.
Yeah, for sure. No, great points. Great points. And like I said, I trust in Beamer. We'll see what happens. And, I trust in seeing a lot of these former players too, saying we're going to come out better for it. You know what I mean? So like I said, all you can do, man, trust in Beamer and hop on the train and just see what happens. So, we got to get guys that want to be here. You got to fix the culture. And little did we know just how down and out it was with Champ. I mean, listen, people can say I didn't like the guy, or it never was personal with Muschamp. It was all on the football field and looking at stats and results. But man, I mean, just call a spade a spade. What he did to this program, just almost unforgivable. I mean, really, it really is. He got his bag, he got his money, and that's really all he gives a damn about. So, I just, it's despicable, man. It's disgusting to see what this program, what he left it as. I mean, because it all stems from that. It all stems from that. What Bobo's doing, what Friend is doing, what all these coaches are doing. It's very Muschampish. It's very much, Will Muschamp has somehow mastered securing the bag, being a mediocre head football coach, and that's what, again, that is why I said when he was fired that me personally. Because, I mean, again, I've been in a locker room. I haven't been in an SEC locker room, but I've been in a locker room. I've been around. I've had a coach that was fired, and things don't completely change when you have holdovers. You gotta gut it. Like, you have to gut it. Now, I'm not saying I'm wishing for people to lose their jobs, but it's a business. These guys will land on their feet. These guys will get other jobs. So, me personally, I'd gut the program. I know Beamer's under control. And again, anybody he wants to keep on, that's totally fine with me. They're going to have those professional business conversations behind closed doors. And I'm not blaming Beamer for sticking with Bobo or getting Friend or Rocker or Kitchings or whatever. Me personally, though, it's a cancer, man. There's cancer inside the program. You gotta nip it, man. You got to get rid of it. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's going to be very interesting. There's no question. So.
Well, I'll say this, and I'll hang up and watch you guys and listen to you, man. I appreciate what you're doing for sure, man. But I'll say this, is that I'm a big Beamer guy. I was a Beamer guy coming into the season. I thought that if he got one more year under his belt with the position and the title he had at Oklahoma, he'd be able to come back home to South Carolina and do some things. I think Steph coming in, I think that's a big move there. The one thing that Shane Beamer did when he was here was recruit. He relates to players. And I talked to a lot of high school athletes, and right off the rip, that's just one of his things that he brings. That's what makes Dabo Swinney and Clemson so good, is that he may not be the best coach, but he dang sure is the best recruiter in the country, if not, definitely over there at Clemson, what he's doing. And I think that's what you're going to see Shane Beamer do. I think he's going to relate to these guys. I think he's going to bring in some guys and surround himself with guys that understand that, listen, man, you got to give the kids what they want. If it's the swag or the pat on the back, then do what you got to do. But there's a reason that people are lining up, with 2 or 3 quarterbacks deep and still going to Clemson and Alabama. You got to figure it out. And I think Shane Beamer's the guy, no doubt. And I'm, again, I have no problem with Bobo. I've had a chance to talk to him. I actually like Will Muschamp. I mean, the guy, There's a lot of people I'll break bread with, but that don't mean I want him to coach in Columbia.
Right.
So, I think we're in the right motion. We just got to hold on tight and let it play itself out towards the next couple of months.
Yeah. No, well said, man. Hey, I appreciate the love, support, appreciate the call. We'll see what happens. I know we're both along for the ride, man, but I appreciate the call. Seriously. All right, cool. Guys, I see you saying go another hour. I really wish I guess I could, but we got a lot of other stuff to do today. So, hey, seriously, though, if you have questions, comments, everything else, call into the voicemail line. Leave a voicemail. I'll air it on the show tomorrow, okay? Again, appreciate you all tuning in. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Check out the podcast to drop today. Stay tuned for all of the content. We'll take one more call because this guy's been calling me nonstop. We'll take one more call. Parrish, I'm gonna take your call last, my guy. I saw you calling in. I'm gonna
Yo, man.
yeah.
Hey, my bad. I'm late. My bad.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Busy phone lines, bro. Busy phone lines.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, because it is not a slow news.
It is not a slow news day, my friend. It's not a slow news day.
But yeah, I just want to check in. Hey, man. I want to know how Beamer feels. Like, I know it's business.
Yeah.
I know Beamer had to fight for both. Okay, here's what I say, right? Here's what I say. Something had to go on with that Garrett Riley hire. Because I know for a fact Beamer tried to get that boy. I don't know if Garrett Riley didn't want to come to Carolina or something happened behind closed doors for Beamer to go ahead and just ride out with Bobo. You know what I'm saying? And I think this might leave a nasty taste in Beamer's mouth. Because it's like, how you gonna leave me when I don't fought for you? Because I know Beamer don't fought for
I mean, he definitely stuck his neck out for Bobo, if nothing else. He stuck his neck out for the guy. So.
Yeah, so now I'm hoping. I'm just hoping and concerning.
Yeah.
Like, damn, okay, because I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to stick to nobody else. I know everybody want to ride with Shane Beamer. But that shit with him getting Bobo, though, I like, well, they strike one, because it's kind of much chances. There's something much have to do. You go ahead and retain somebody like that. No. So now he did it. This might be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, it might be. It might be.
Sexy higher.
Yeah.
Might be a blessing in disguise.
Hey, it really might. Hey, you got a great point. It really might be. So, yeah, man. Wow, what a day, right? I mean, who knows? Who knows? What a way to come on the job, right? I mean, geez. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I want to say, too, man, before I got the phone line, great interview with, what's the guy who came on the show this morning? I forgot
Arturo Freeman. defensive back, former defensive
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
Yeah,
Arturo.
great interview. I like guys who call in or who come into the show and they're super honest. You know what I'm saying? I like his point of view, especially he was saying that he was just saying how he feel like Shane Beamer coming in as like the CEO role type of thing. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
I like this point. I like the point that he was making on that point. You see what I'm saying? So I thought it was smart and it made a lot of sense. But
For
yeah,
sure.
that's all I call him to say though.
For sure, man. Well, hey, I appreciate the call. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Like I said, we got a lot to get to today, obviously. But no, I mean, I always appreciate the call.
No problem.
So,
All right, Chris.
All right, let's take care. Thanks. All right, guys, gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I got a lot to do. There's a lot to get to. Check out the podcast right this morning again. If you guys have questions, comments, whatever, I'm gonna put the question box up in 2 seconds. Call in and leave a voicemail, and I will take it on the podcast tomorrow. And of course, tomorrow will be lit as well, as we all know, because this stuff ain't going away. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, we got a lot to get into. Great stuff today. We'll talk tomorrow, noon to 1. Thanks so much.